I have a very happy childhood. I'm very active when I was young. You, boss, and boss Courtney and Zach, have the same goal as me. And I think because of it, that's why we have virtual spotter now. I will skip out, boss. Oh my God, I'm getting too red.
Welcome to 11 Minutes with My Lodi. This is a platform to learn all about the most amazing things, the challenging things, and the ins and outs of being a virtual assistant with Virtual Spotter. Today we catch up with OM Joms, the Virtual Spotter Operations Manager, the top Lodi. I'm really excited for this chat. I think not only is she incredibly intelligent, but she's an amazing leader, an amazing communicator. She can hold her teams accountable, but also like from a really respectful way. It's really unique actually. She has a huge amount of respect from the team, which is amazing, and she delivers a really strong message. So I'm excited to jump on and chat. Hey, how are you? There you are.
Boss, good morning.
Looking very maganda today, boss.
Thank you so much. I'm always maganda.
Very fancy. Is fancy, do you use that term, or that's just like something that we just picked up and just say?
I think it's something that we pick up. We use fancy, but we don't use fancy. So it's like
Fancy.
a word that we created, I guess.
Yeah. It's our own little lingo. Yeah, it's our catchphrase. Fancy. Are you nervous about what I might ask you?
A little bit, because I don't know what you're going to ask. But yeah, I'm always ready to answer.
Nah, awesome. You're the best. So thanks so much for jumping on. I really appreciate you. It's a really cool opportunity for us to catch up and learn more about Joms and who you are and what you do and where your values lie. And I think it's interesting, right? Because obviously everybody in our team knows who you are and like what you do, well, for the most part. But I don't think there's some people still that don't know your background or, you personally. So I think it's going to be a cool opportunity to sort of let them discover who you are, boss. So let's go back to almost like your childhood, right? Like, where did you grow up? Yeah, tell us a bit about your childhood.
Actually, I grew up in Bicol, so I'm actually not from Manila. So I'm a province girl, if you like say it. So I grew up with my grandparents. I have a very happy childhood. I'm very active when I was young. I'm into sports, while also enjoying studies. So I can say that I'm just like a simple girl, if you say it. Like, I'm just enjoying life. It's just that after I graduated, I went to Manila to find work, something like that. And this is also, we also met my husband, got married, I have a beautiful daughter, and here I am now as normal life of a person. Yeah. I guess.
Yeah, cool. So how far away from Manila did you live? Like where you grew, and did you grow up in that same province? Like, did you spend your whole childhood there?
Yes. It's actually around a 10 to 12 hours drive away from Manila. Wow. So it's actually very far, since like it's actually really a province. So it's just that I also have a family here living in Manila. So most of my families are living here after they graduated, because they actually like they want to work here, because as you know, boss, here in the Philippines, like province rate and Manila rate are like so different. So they seek opportunity here in Manila. So just like what I did.
What I noticed when we were in I always forget how to pronounce it. Bacata. What was it? Where we stayed? Where the resort?
The Soler or Rakada?
Bacata. Is that it? How do I say it?
I think you're talking about Okada.
Yeah. So when I was there, actually, funnily enough, it was when I was on the jet ski with you. When I look back, so when we're on the beach and we're like, oh, cool, like it's the beach. But when you go out in the ocean and look back onto land, like the mountains that were so close to the ocean, wow, this is beautiful. Like there's nothing like that in it. Like that's not normal for me to see that. Like it's not normal in Australia for that. It's very flat near the beaches in Australia mostly. But what I realized was that, and especially as we drove down there, I thought to myself, there's people that live in this community, in this province, that are completely disconnected from the entire world. Like even just like, they don't even know what's going on in Manila, like let alone what's happening in America or Australia or Russia. Like they're completely disconnected. And there's almost like a feeling of like calmness in that. I'm like, oh wow, like these guys are like, it just felt like a really, really relaxed lifestyle. It was very slow and very chilled out and very content. Like everyone seemed very content.
Actually, that's the life that I had before. Like I'm actually living in a province that there's a lot of trees. What you will see is just trees and mountains. So it's not that we're connected from the outside world. We're actually also we know what's happening, but it's just that we just want to live the moment, like feel that
Yeah.
moment and just be happy. Since if I will compare it, boss, living in province and living in Manila is actually very different. Like it's so far from like the experience that I have there and the experience that I have here is actually very different. Though my province now is also a city, so it's I can say that it's evolved already. Like it's more on of a city now. But when I was young, that's how I grew up. Like the way you see that mountains, the way you see that. I think you also went outside and saw some kids over there playing around. So
Yeah.
that's how I also grew up, was like just not
Wow.
minding anything, but just actually enjoying the nature, enjoying life. And it's very different from, what I have right now, especially that I grew up, I'm a grown up already. So being an adult is
Yeah.
actually difficult.
Yeah. That's responsibilities, right? Like people need us. So in your province, did everyone was that like a really close and tight knit community? Like everyone looked out for each other and sort of like you had a good circle of friends or family?
Was it a
Yes, but
small?
I live in a compound. If you say it's like the neighbors are just actually my family members. So my
Okay.
grandma is actually a very hardworking woman. So we're not rich, but my grandma is actually a very hardworking woman, and she bought like a lot of what do you call this, land. So most of the family members are living there. Like we are actually enjoying the hard work that our grandparents did when they were young. So I think
What
it's
do you?
very
Yeah. Sorry. Go.
yes. I just think that before, like, if you just work hard, you'll get something from it.
Where do you think your grandma like had like the foresight or the admiration and energy to like purchase that land? Like is that normal?
Actually, my grandma is a very futuristic type of person, and I think that where also I get that attitude that she will always say that in our language, ba, that pasiguro pierde calculo pierde. It means like you always need to have a backup so that when something happens, you have a fallback, and you always need to she always says to us that you need to live in the present, but you always need to think of the future, and that's why most of my families have a backup plan. Like it's
Yeah.
actually in our family, or like most of the attitude of our family have this kind of thing that even though we are contented with the present, we're always like looking like what will happen if I do this. It's just like what we're always one step ahead of doing things just because we want to make sure that if something happens, we have a plan B, plan C, plan D. So she's just that type of person. So I think that's one of the reason why she was able to think like, okay, I need to purchase this land. I need to have this so that my son, my daughter, my granddaughters, my granddaughters will have something. Even when I die. So even though we're not actually very rich, but I'm proud to say that we were able to have that. Like, and that's something that I think the legacy that our grandparents or my grandma has, like,
Yeah. And was it your grandma that raised you?
it's not actually, yes, it's my grandma that there are two grandmas that actually raised me. The first one is like the mother of my father. The second one is like the mother of my grandmother.
So that's yeah. So we would call her your great grandmother.
Yes, great grandmother. Yeah, correct.
Wow. And is your grandmother still alive?
Unfortunately, no. She died when I was in secondary college because of cancer.
Yeah. So do you think that like a lot of your values were from your great grandmother or your grandmother? Like who were you closer or who had more influence on you?
I think both of them because I lived with them like half of my life. Like for the first, I think younger years, and since high school, I'm living with my grandparents. And then after high school, when my grandmother passed away, I already lived with my great grandparents together with my other grandma, which is the sister of my grandparents and my aunt. So I actually grew up with a very unique setup, if you will call it. Like I'm into family and then another family. But even though it's like that, I actually I had a very like happy childhood,
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. And so like that, some of them values were like instilled in you, like having that backup plan. Like it's very, and I think Filipinos in general are very entrepreneurial. It's like everyone's got a little business or everyone's trying to like hustle. They're trying to create like their own opportunities, and I think that it's an incredible like core skill to have. Like the ability to be able to work, like it's really, really cool.
Yes, when I was an actual boss, since that I want to have my own allowance, so they already giving me allowance. I will sell things like I will make yema, pulveron, or any sweets, and then I will sell it to my classmates just because I want to earn my
Yeah.
own money. So at a very young age, it's already instilled to me that if you want something, you need to get it. Like they are giving us the things that we need, but if you want more or if you want additional allowance or you want to buy something that you really want, then you need to work hard for it. And that's, I think,
Yeah.
that's what I'm also instilling with my daughter. Like every time I just have a budget with my daughter, like this is just the budget that I can do for you. If you want something, either like you work hard for it or we're giving it to her every time that she's doing great with school, something like that. Since that I don't
Yeah.
want my daughter to also grow up thinking that you can just get anything you want. You actually need to work hard for it so that you can achieve things that you want and you can also achieve your goals, something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's cool. And I think too, like it's something that we spoke about before, right? Is like it's cool to be able to reward them, but there's a fine line. Like you already touched on it. Like you don't want to reward her and think that you just because you work hard you're going to get a prize. It's like working hard is the expectation, but every now and then like that might come along with like a small gift. Just to express it's not like a reward of the hard work, but it's a reward of like my gratitude that I have towards your work ethic. You're trying really hard. So what did you study at school? Like what did you graduate?
I studied a Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English. So I'm actually a licensed teacher, but I actually didn't use that profession. Like I was not able to use my profession. But yeah, I think that's life.
Yeah, I think it's common also. Like I think it's actually very common, at least in Australia. Like a lot of people will spend time at college or university and for the most part not use their degree.
Yeah, I think it's very common. It's just actually here in the Philippines or like finishing your studies or having a degree is actually very important because it's very hard to find a job if you're not a graduate. Even if you're a graduate, it's already very hard to find a job. So what more if you're not, right? And I always believe, boss, that even though I was not able to use that degree, it's something that no one can take away from you. Like what my grandmother always says, like even though you are not able to use the profession or that degree, you won't be able to have what you have right now, or you're not in that position right now if you didn't study. Because all the things that you knew, all the things that you're able to do is because of the lessons that you'd had when you was young, like from elementary, high school. So school teach you how to do this, how to think this, the critical thinking skills, the problem solving skills. So all the things that you learned from school, you're able to do what you're doing right now because of that, because you learned something from school. So I just think that it's still very important for us to finish our school. It would be great if you will be able to use what you really studied, but if not, I think you do other things and still like enjoy life.
Yeah, I think it's a really, really cool point because at least I can see like in Australia, like there's a lot of people going away from getting like a university education and, like they want to be an entrepreneur or start some sort of e-commerce business. But exactly what you just highlighted, like it might not necessarily be the degree that you use, but it's all the lessons that you learn by studying. Like it's the effort, the handing in assignments and essays on time and like doing the work. Like that is the thing that you can copy and paste into the real world. And like some of them lessons are like you might not directly use your degree, but you use all the lessons that you learnt during that degree.
Yes, boss. Since I just think that without those lessons, yes, you will still have life, especially if you have this, initiative to do things. But it actually helps you to understand more what's actually going on in our, environment or community right now. So just like for me, I'm not saying that if you didn't finish your school, you will not have a good life. There are a lot of people that didn't finish school but had a good life. But for me, finishing your degree, finishing your studies, and also doing what you love, having a successful life is like partners. Like it's like you win on those skills. Like you win when it comes to you won when it comes to like finishing your studies, and you won in life as well when you also have the career that you love. Something like that.
Yeah, that's cool. So you finished school. How old were you? So when did you move to Manila? Like how? Well, first of all, was that a tough decision to leave the province and go to Manila, or it was just like was that scary, or like it's just a natural progression?
Actually, it's my family's decision since
They
after I
kicked you out.
graduated. Yeah, no, they didn't kick me out. It's just that after I graduated, they want me to had a review in one of the what we call review center here in Manila. Just because I'm actually very what's the right term for that? I tend to always not to focus on things, especially if I'm with my friends. I'm a very go-lucky person, boss. Like I'm actually doing good at school, but I'm not a person who study hard. If you
Yeah.
will look at it, so I'm not
Yeah.
a good person that will do things. So they actually asked me to go to Manila because they want me to focus on my board exam. So I went here in Manila, did review, and then it's just that I feel like, oh, it's a different. Though when I was young, I'm always already going to Manila every vacation. So it's just that when I stayed here for a long time, since of course you will stay for like a year or like months to review, right? It's just that I feel like I want to stay here. Like I want to seek also opportunity here because it's very different. So yeah, and actually there's a story that they actually kicked me out again and they want me to go back to province. And then the second time I went to Manila, that's already my own decisions without my family support. So
How old were you?
I am already 22 years old that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went to Manila. I decide to apply in a call center on my own in the province, and then that specific call center is the one that gave me opportunity to go to Manila without spending anything because they covered everything from transportation to allowance and then to housing. So I think that's where I had a confidence, like, okay, I can live by myself now.
Yeah.
Something like that.
So when you with the housing, like, did they help you find a house?
Or they
No,
helped you
boss.
pay?
It's provided by the company because I'm working for that company.
Wow, that's cool.
Yes. They provided everything like the transportation going from Bicol to Manila, our transportation going from that boarding house to our office. So that company is like one of the important company in my life because that's the first company that given me an opportunity, and that's also where I met the Chen actually.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
cool.
And so the company owns like a building, like a boarding house, and the employees can live there.
Is that
Yes,
right?
boss. Correct.
And what's the structure of that? Like, I mean, like, is that like a little one? Is it a one bedroom, one bath, or you share a room with another crew member?
You share a room, like I think we're four, and then we
Yeah.
share one room. It's like a boarding house, and then a
Yeah.
double bed.
It's like a communal bathroom.
Yes, we have a bathroom in that room just for the four of us.
That's cool. And I think too, like when you're 22, that's fun. Like
That's fun.
When
Yeah.
yeah, like you might not, it'd be less fun being 32 and doing it. But when you're young, like you're in the city, like it's kind of fun. Like that's cool.
That's actually really cool, but that's where also I learned to live on my own, budget things on my own, wake up early, do laundry because when I grew up was like what I've mentioned, I grew up with my grandparents and grandparents tends to spoil grandkids, right? So when I grew up, I actually don't know anything. I didn't even know how to what they call this, do my laundry on my own. Like
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
do laundry, but like it's like just doing it, but it's not the right thing to do. And
Yeah.
I don't even like the household chores. my grandparents always say, you need to work hard because you're not the type of woman who will like to like want to be a housewife because you don't know anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, because as you know, boss, if you're a woman, the expectation is like, you know this. You should know how to do the household chores, the cleaning, and
Yeah.
it's the opposite of me. Like,
Yeah.
I'm good at school. I can do everything at school, but I can like to. I'm actually very like when it comes to household chores that I actually don't want to do it. So that's why I said to myself, I actually need to be successful. I want to earn money. I want to have my own career so that when I have a family, I think I of course I still need to do the household chores, but I guess I won't be a housewife because actually I
Yeah.
actually really don't want to be a housewife. I experienced that to be a housewife, and it's hard. It's really hard. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
the praise of being a housewife is the work never ends. So
Yes.
yeah.
And it's
And you don't get commended, right? Like there's no praise, there's no affirmation. Like this, you're just in the darkness, like working away.
It's just that it's expected the people expected you to do that. If you do a good job, that's fine, no one will notice. But if you didn't do a good job, like let's say you forgot to do this, you forgot to do that, they will say that, oh, you're irresponsible, you didn't do it, something like
yeah.
that. So I'm not actually sure how other people. So that's why, boss, I'm actually very proud, and I commend all housewives there, especially taking care of their families and kids, because that's the hardest job, I guess, in the world.
Yeah.
Managing
Yeah.
household, taking care of
Yeah.
things is like the hardest, job in the world.
I agree, and also to add to that as well, that's another element, right? Because like it doesn't like the mums that do both, because I know that you still do both, right? Like you might not be so like there's another element that like because you're not a full-time housewife, it doesn't mean that you're not doing it. Like you're doing it on top of a full-time job as well, and I think like there's a lot of like mums in Virtual Spotter that run households, run their family, and then still have a career, work hard, run their accounts, like turn up every day and give their best while doing both things. And like, I don't know, like men help, but they help in different ways. Like there's more responsibility in the household towards the mother than what there is towards the father. So it's like that. I tip my hat to all the amazing Virtual Spotter mums that can do both.
Yes, boss. Like, I think 80%, no, let's say 70% of our VAs are actually moms. They
Yeah.
actually chose to work from home or have this career because they want to take care of their family while also, having something on themselves. Because as you know, boss, having a career as a mom is like, I can say it's not normal nowadays because that's it already. But during the time of our grandparents or mothers, like mother tends to give up their careers so that they can take care of the family. And if you give up your career, especially if you're a type of woman who actually works hard and like a little bit competitive, it's just like something in you has lost. Like you lost something. Like you were
Yeah.
able to build your family, you were able to take care of your kids. You can see your kids grow up, have a family as well. But there's something in you that has been lost, and it's something that I don't want to lose. Process. I don't want to lose because I just think that we can do both. Like you can still have your family, you can still take care of your family, you can still have a happy family while also having the career that you love, while also growing not as a mom but as a woman yourself. Because I just think that when my daughter grow up, I just want her to think that, oh, my mom also have her own life, while also enjoying the life with us, or while also taking care of us, something like that. So I just commend all the virtual spotters or the VAs, the moms that we have, because aside from taking care of their families, they're also having this, something that they're doing for themselves. Though I know they're doing that for their family, that's the reality. But having a career that you love is like something that you can be proud of, or something that when you look back, you can say that, oh, I was able to do that. I am that person.
Yeah, I think there's like a sense of it's like a sense of purpose. Like when you know that you're valuable to people, or people like you can work or spend your energy towards doing the thing. So it's almost like a fulfillment thing, or like I think a lot of it is purpose. It's like what can I do, and then also living up to your expectations. So if you think that you can be an amazing operations manager and manage hundreds of staff, then if you're not doing that, you feel like you're leaving that on the table, right? Like you're not living up to the, your expectation of what you can do or achieve. Or it's like, hey, like I wonder if I can manage 500 people, or I wonder if I can be the person that manages 1,000 people. And like that's the part of the fun as well, right? Like solving them problems and working really hard. Did you have goals like when you were like in your early 20s? Did you have like career goals, like of what you wanted to do, or like
what were some of your goals then?
Actually, when I was young, I already have this goal that I will take this course because I want to be part of the military. So that's very different, boss, right? So I'm actually a very active person when I was young. So when I was already in high school, like I already have this goal in mind that I will take this course. I will take education because I need to do board exam. Because in any case, I won't be able to pursue what I love, which is being in the military. I have a fallback. So see, the things that my grandparents taught me is like all the things that I'm also thinking when I was even if when I was in high school, like if though I'm young, I'm already taking care of the things that I want to do. So I actually want to be part of the military. I want to be part of either Air Force or Navy. So actually when I graduated and then passed board exam, I actually applied for Air Force and Navy, and I passed that exam. But there's an incident in my life that became the reason why I didn't pursue it and why I'm here, right? So yeah.
That's cool. I guess it's cool that you passed and it was like something like that you could have, right? Like that's pretty cool.
Yes, it's just that I actually didn't expect. I just actually quite disappointed because that's the dream that I have. Since I was young. Imagine, boss, since high school until I enter college, my only goal is to finish the studies because I want to enter military. Because I want to be a Navy or either Air Force, like either of the two or BF. Just like, I want to be like a government official, something like that.
Wow.
But because of some incident, I wasn't able to do so. And even though I was not able to pursue the career that I want to do when I was young, I snapped, okay, so I need to think of something that can also be fun. That's something that I would enjoy as well, even though I was not able to do the career. And that's why I'm here right now. One of the reasons why I choose to work from home is because of my daughter. I think you know about it already. And I think because of that, we were able to also, have that goal, because I just think that you, boss, and boss Courtney and Zach, have the same goal as me. And I think because of it, that's why we have virtual spotter now.
Yeah, to create flexibility and freedom of our lives, so like we can work from anywhere and solve problems, which is incredibly important. So when did you always want to have a family? Like were you like always like excited at the thought of having a family when you were younger?
Yes, boss, but it's just that I had it early. So when I was young, my plan is to get married, get pregnant at the age of 26 and 27. But I actually got pregnant when I was 23.
Yeah.
Yes, imagine, boss, I went to Manila at 22, but I got pregnant at 23. And I stopped working after that.
Yeah.
So it's just like, oh, it's broken. Like as a competitive person and as a person who always wants to achieve things in life, it's something that like, oh my God, what happened? But it's just that, okay, here it is. I'm in the situation right now. So what I need to do is just to think of what to do next. That will be like what to do next. And then I just focus on things that I can do or solve the problem instead of like still hanging with the problem or just thinking like, oh my God, here's it right now. I'm in this position right now. So I'm more into like focusing on solving it or like having a backup plan. What I need to do next because I was not able to do what I want, or like my plan A didn't work.
So where did you meet your husband at?
I actually met my husband when I was reviewing for board exam. So that's where I met my husband. So we met my grandparents actually living in the subdivision, and then my husband is also like living in that area. So that's where I met.
Yeah, cool.
When I was it's the time like what do you call this? I'm still exploring life. As a province girl living in Manila, everything's new to you.
Yeah. And was your husband from Manila?
Yes, boss.
Yeah. So your husband swept the country girl off her feet in the big city.
Yeah, Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah, that's really cool. So then all of a sudden you're 23, you find out you're having a baby. Was that scary when you're like, oh wow, like I'm 23 and I'm about to have a baby? Or was it exciting, or was it scary and exciting?
It's scary and exciting at the same time. It's just that it's scary because I'm so young. Like, of course,
Yeah.
boss, as a province girl who actually didn't enjoy life that much in Manila, when you see Manila life, like, oh, it's fancy, it's just cool things, it's fun. Like, I have this thought, like, oh my God, I'm so young to get pregnant. Like, it's so scary because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I actually don't have parents who will actually teach me how to do things. I'm not sure if I
Yeah.
will a good mother, but happy at the same time because, of course, that's our baby. That's
Yeah, you're gonna
your
have a baby.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
you're gonna build a family. As a person who didn't grow up with a complete family, my dream is to always have a complete family, happy and complete family.
Yeah, yeah.
And when you told your family, was that scary when you told your family that you were having a baby?
Yes, yes. I was kicked out. Boss. I was kicked out of the family, like
Yeah.
because they actually have a very big dreams. I'm actually the first granddaughter, first niece. So imagine was the expectation that
Yeah.
you have your cousins looking at you like they say like look like say you need to the expectation is you need to make sure that you will have a good life because there's you need to set what do you call this what's the right term for that, boss, like yeah, you need to be good because there are other kids there or your cousins is there to look at you and say, oh, my cousin is also is successful, so I need to be successful too.
Yeah.
It's like I
Set
am
the
not
expectation.
yeah, I'm not getting the right term for that, but yeah, you need to be this because you're the first granddaughter, you're the first niece, so you need to be successful. And I failed, like I failed on that part of my life. Like imagine 23, being pregnant, and then you've been kicked out of the house. My family didn't even talk to me for a year. So when I was
Wow.
pregnant, it's just that I have a very good support. My husband support me, and the family of my husband support me. I kind of understand, boss, because they really had this expectation to me that I will do this. Like when I was young and very
Yeah.
competitive, I actually didn't know, boss. I didn't even expect that I will get pregnant early because I'm thinking that, oh, I'll be like this. I'll be a boss. I'll be like doing things that I love,
Yeah.
something like that. So being pregnant on that age, like very early, right? I just graduated. I'm just reviewing for board exam. I'm just starting my life actually.
Yeah.
So it's like downfall, I guess. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it's very hard for me because you're not getting the support of the people that you're expecting to support you. So imagine boss being pregnant and not being able to like talk with your family because they're mad. They're mad.
Yeah.
They're really mad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how long did it take for them to sort of come around?
I think when I gave birth to Hera, when Hera's already like let's say 3 months already, I still started to even though they're not talking to me, I will always reach out to
You
them
made an
because
effort.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I know, boss, that it's my fault. Like it's my fault that I didn't live with their expectation because I know they're just thinking about my future, but I was not able to do that. So I still try to reach out to them, and then after all the efforts, we're able to be family
Get
again.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool. So you had did you know what you were having, if it was a boy or a girl? Is that common to find out in the Philippines, or was it a surprise?
Actually, yes, I know, boss. Though we still had this baby gender reveal, something like that. But I know I'm having
Yeah.
a girl.
Yeah, yeah, cool. And so, like, I imagine that would have been like an amazing couple of years, but also still challenging, right? Because you're still young yourself and you're trying to navigate life. You're like, hey, who am I as a person? Now I have this small child to raise. Like, that would have been pretty scary too, yeah?
Yes, boss. It's actually very scary. That's why was when I was pregnant, I'm always attending lots of seminars because, like what I mentioned, I don't have anyone to talk to. Like, I don't know how to
Yeah.
do this. How will I do this? I attended seminar when it comes to breastfeeding, baby feeding,
Yeah.
water training because it's something that like I don't have a parent. At the same time,
Yeah.
my family is mad at me during the time. So instead of just sticking with that problem or just thinking of that problem, like I think of the solution, like okay, if there is anyone, if I don't have anyone, then I'll just attend seminar. There's a lot of seminars out there, and my husband is very supportive of it. Like that's why
That's
I go
cool.
there here there, and all the things that I've learned is because of the people that I've met during the seminars. They're also first time moms,
Wow.
also second mom. So you learn from other people. You learn from also professionals teaching us how to do things, something like that.
Yeah. And was your husband working away then, or he was working in Manila then?
He's working. He's already working away. Like, he's not here actually. Like what I mentioned, my husband is an OFW, so I'm just alone, boss. Like, I'm just by myself.
Yeah, wild. And so you have this little girl now. She's starting to grow up. What's it like? Explain to me like what Hera's character is. Like, what is she? Who is she? Like, what's a character?
Hera is actually a mix of my husband and me. It's just that she's a very happy girl too, just like me. Very active, loves to do things on her own, very independent. So at a very young age, boss, she can take care of herself. She knows how to do things on her own. I didn't have any difficulty raising her because she's that. Like, I did it in my life or in 7 years of raising her. I didn't even experience having a hard time because since she was young, she's very good kid. Like, I didn't. The last time that Hera got hospitalized, boss, it's like when I gave birth to her. So she's
Wow.
that strong person. She's a very strong person too. She's a very happy person. She got this attitude from me. Like, she's very tactless too. She says things without thinking it most of the time, especially not that she's still a kid. But she's a person that she will say it if she thinks that that's the right thing to say. Even though it's not the right thing to say sometimes, it's just that if she thinks about it, she will say it. So she's that type of person, but she's very friendly. She's very accommodating. She's a little sister. She's a big sister to her classmates. So imagine, was you're an only child, but you're acting like you're a big sister to your
Yeah,
classmates.
wow.
So she's a very caring person, a very active kid, and I think I'm very lucky to have her as my daughter. Like, I'm very happy. I'm very lucky to have Hera.
Yeah, I think she probably, I think all kids think and know this, right? But like when she's an adult, I think she will be understand like all her values or all her strengths are like predominantly off from you and watching you and like living in your environment like that. I think that's pretty magical. And even I can see glimpses in what she's doing even from an academic point of view that is like, it's like a mirror from like you. It's like, I can see mum do all this hard work. I'm going to do all this hard work.
Yes, yes, yes. And we're all the same. Like, we're actually we're doing good at school, but we're not the type of person that will, like, after school, I will read this, I will read that. So I just want her to enjoy life. Like, you listen, you learn in school. You need to make sure that you're listening to your teacher so you learn something. But once you're home, you can be yourself. You can be a kid that can play around, do things that you want, something like that. Because I don't want Kara to grow up thinking that studying is like the most important thing is work. It is important, but having a life is more important than studying. Like, you can be successful in life, you can still have a good grade if you balance studying and like living your life, living a happy life, something like that.
Yeah, for sure. And so you spoke about her being independent. Does like what time does she leave for school? Like, is that early? Does she
Early,
Yeah.
early. We will wake up around 5 a.m. So after we woke up, I will already get ready, either me or my husband. So we will get ready, cook her lunch because she will have her lunch at school. So after she ate her breakfast, she will already like take a bath on her own. You can also ask her to get your things there, get your uniform, your shorts, your sandal. Make sure you have all your belongings in your bag, the books, the ball pens there. So what I will do is I will just focus on making sure that all of the lunch prepared or all the snacks is there, but taking care of her things, also taking a bath, and also what they call this, getting things that she needs from school, she will take care of it. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah,
that's
like
why,
you're not
boss.
running around reminding her.
Yes, yes. I'm not running around reminding her. After school as well, once she goes home, she will like put all the lunch boxes to sink, make sure that her clothes is on our hamper, something like that. Make sure that her things is in the area where it should be, and after that
Yeah,
she will play. So it's just that
yeah,
even at a very young age, I don't need to tell her what to do anymore. Though of course she's still a child, sometimes you still need to remind her. But most of the time, boss, she can do things on her own.
Yeah, it's so cool. I think I think that's rare. Like I feel like how old is she now?
It's 7 years old.
7, yeah. I think it's rare for a 7-year-old to have that self accountability and self-drive to understand like what she needs to do and then to go do it. So I think it's really, really cool. Like I'm excited to watch her evolve and like just be like a little superstar academic. But she also likes to sing and dance and like, you know, play sport. Like it's not like she's just like a big bookworm, like, but she's just like, she likes to like apply effort in all sorts of different areas.
Yes, boss. She loves dancing. She loves singing. Right now, she loves drawing. So she's exploring, boss. Like she wants to do a lot of things, and I'm just letting her do it because I think that's the time where she's still exploring things that she really wants to do in the future. Like as a kid, you want to try. You want to try all, right? So she's in that phase right now that she wants to try all. And as a parents, we're just here to support her.
Yeah, that's really, really cool.
Well, we spoke about your previous goals. Like, what do you have any goals right now, or like, or any that you've achieved recently?
Yes, boss. Actually, like what do you call this? Since I was young, my goal is to really have my own home, my own car, and have a comfortable life. But the first thing is to have my own home. Why, boss? Because I grew up without a home a house that I can call my own. So it's just that when you live with your grandparents, you also live with other family members. Though I have a very happy childhood, I always dream of having my own house that I can feel like, oh, that's my house. Because when I was young, I was, oh, that's my grandma's house. That's my auntie's house. That's my other grandma's house. So you can see they think that I'm successful. We're kind of rich because we have a lot of house. But as a person, you know that I can't call it my own. I don't own it. So, growing up, my first goal is I need to work hard because I want to have a house that I can call my home, something that I actually own, something that I work hard. And I think I was able to achieve that now because of Virtual Spotter. Like, I didn't even think that I will achieve this. I will have, my own house before I turn 30 because I'm already 30 now. So I was able to have it when I was 29, I guess, because of the help of Virtual Spotter. And it's something that like when you were able to achieve something that you've been, that you've been dreaming for so long. Every day, boss, every day that I woke up, I will always just look around and say, oh, I have a house now. Like, oh, this is mine already. Like, oh my God, I'm getting teary-eyed. Hold on. Like, oh, sorry. It's
You're up,
something
boss.
that, yes, boss. Like, growing up without having your own home, that you can call you don't even have your own room. You're living with other family members, with your cousins, and if they ask you to leave, you don't have any choice but to leave because you don't own it. So since that I have it right now, it's just something that I'm very happy. Even though it's not, it's still we're still paying for it, of course. It's still 100% not ours, but every time, every day, when I see our house, I'm very happy, and that's one of the reasons why I also work hard because I'm proud that at a very young age, I was able, my husband and I was able to give a house or our own home to our daughter. She will grow up having her own home, not living with other people. Yeah.
Huge. No, don't be sorry. I think it's amazing. And you're totally right. Like, I'm incredibly proud of both you guys to be able to work so hard and achieve this goal. Like, it's an incredible thing to live. Like, everything that you just described, right? Like, it's the feeling of what a home represents. Like that's where your loving family is. That's where you guys feel safe. Like, that is like somewhere where you can go home and rest your head after a big day. Like that. It's an incredible little safe place of love. I think it's really, really cool. I'm proud of you, boss.
Yes, boss. And
it's so cool.
I won't be able to it's because of you two, boss. Like I'm always thankful to be us because I was given an opportunity to achieve this goal because you've given me opportunity to have a work or to have a career that will help us, that will help our family to help our family like achieve our goals. So first thing is of course purchasing a house, which is we have right now, and second is making sure that Hera is also studying in good school because Hera has a lot of opportunities. She's very smart. She have this talent, and I was thankful that I was able to send her to good school because of Virtual Spotter. So I already achieved two goals or two things that I really want in my life. And I think I can achieve more with the help of Virtual Spotter. Aside from Virtual Spotter helping me, I can see that this company also helped like a lot of people as well to achieve their goals, but also having time with their families. So that's the third thing. So as a mom, and it's very hard to like have a career while also taking care of your family, and that's what Virtual Spotter gave me. Like I'm having this career, I'm helping the family, but at the same time, I won't miss any important events in my daughter's life. I can attend every programs, every dance competition, every games, every program or events that they have in school because I can work anywhere.
Yeah.
So you've given me, VS have given me this flexibility to do both, to be a mom, to be a career woman, and to also to making sure that I have something to offer to my family, or we can live comfortably at the same time. I can also take care of them. So it's like
100%.
yes, it's that's why I'm very very like grateful that you and
Yeah.
boss thought about having this company. Like we're so
Yeah.
actually very
Uh,
lucky.
And like so are we, right? Like everything that you just described is exactly what we want and value as well. Like I'm incredibly grateful for all the things that Virtual Spot has provided for all the exact same reasons as you. And the cool thing about it, right, is that not only do like we have a huge amount of gratitude for the things that this business provides, but also the clients also get the upside of it as well, right? Like because we add a huge amount of value to them, and like that gives them flexibility and freedom in their personal lives, and that allows them to spend more time with their families. Like it's such an like everyone wins. It's like a really cool circle that everyone gets to leverage and use this platform to better their own life. It's incredible.
Yes, it's just like
um,
I think you guys are helping the business have their life back as well. Because as you know, running a business, doing admin, like takes too much of your time. So we help the business owner have their life back, do things that's more important. I can say like focus on things that can make this business grow more, and then as a employee as well, or as a VA as well, we have this work so that we can support our family and also be there with our family even though we're working.
yeah, 100%.
You're a legend, boss. I appreciate you very much. It was wonderful to sit down and learn more about you. This was a great episode. I appreciate you very much. I'm super grateful for all your hard work and just having you in my life.
Yeah, well, thank you so much too, boss. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I didn't.
Don't be silly. It's all good, boss. It's all good.
Yes.
It's all
Thank
good.
you so much, boss. Thank you so much for having me, and thank you so much for taking your time to talk to me. I really appreciate all the efforts that you're doing, and I appreciate that we're very lucky to have you as our boss. So I'm very
Yeah,
thankful. I'm very thankful. I'm grateful.
I'm thankful also. Thank you so much, boss. You have a
Thank you
wonderful
so
day.
much,
We'll talk
boss.
soon.
Bye
Salamat.
bye.
Bye. Absolute superstar, Big Joms. What an incredible woman. Superstar operations manager, superstar mum, superstar wife. Extremely grateful to have her in my life. I hope you enjoy that one. Peace.